Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day so far and welcome to the Owl. My name is Eric, I also go by Stromful.
And I'm Isaac, and as many of you already know, we are the commissioners of the league. Since a lot has changed since Owl Season 3, we figured it was necessary to make an updated walkthrough of the Owl format, especially since we're expecting a lot of new coaches this season. But that's not to say this video only should be watched by the newcomers, because with the removal of the Z crystals, we've been forced to completely rework the old budget system. So even if you're a returning veteran, at least taking a look at the coverage of the budget system is highly recommended.
And lastly, we would like to shout out our team of moderators for their time and effort put into the league, which is really invaluable. The mod squad consists of Has, Matthew or Dr. Slacking, and Troy aka Tangela Boots, so a big thank you to you guys. And with that being said, let's start up with the system. The Owl is a team-based league, where each team is formed by 3 players. One of the players will be the team captain, which can be looked at as a team leader of sorts. At the start of the season, the captain will invite 2 coaches to his or her team and later has the ability to substitute out a coach from the team if the captain feels like it's necessary. With this power follows great responsibility from the captain, since it's their job to find the coaches and not the admins. The captain is also in charge of the captain budget, which will be discussed more in depth later. When all the captains have found their coaches, the league will have a total of 8 teams, which means that there should be 24 players in Owl. Each week, every team will play against an opposing team in a best of 3 fashion. You and your teammates will each play one of the players on the opposing team, and the winner of the set is the team with the most amount of wins out of the 3 battles. Since the regular season is 10 weeks, this means that each player should play 10 opponents in total during a regular Owl season.
The Owl uses a point-based draft system where each Pokemon has been given a value from 1 to 20 points. Each coach must draft 11 Pokemon, no more, no less, and has a budget system of 125 points to do so with. If you're curious to find out how much your favorite Pokemon costs, you can just head over to the Owl document where the tier list is posted. A commonly asked question we get every season is that does the team have one draft that the coaches share, or do the coaches have individual rosters? And the answer to that is very simple. Each coach has an individual draft, which means that by the end of the entire draft, there will be 24 different unique Pokemon rosters. The draft will be a serpentine style draft like many other leagues, but the Owl draft is also divided up into 3 cycles with 8 coaches in each cycle, 1 from every team. If you're unhappy with the team you drafted, you can make up to 3 coach trades with players within and outside your team, but if you're more interested in making free agent moves, stick around in the video as we'll discuss that in just a bit.
Moving on to the Pokémon rules that we have set for Owl, we're playing in a post-DLC metagame, which means that you can use any move on a Pokémon that the Pokémon will get access to in the upcoming DLCs. This even includes the DLCs that has not yet been released so far, but has been data mined so we know all the information to them. Any moves that got removed from Sword and Shield, like Pursuit and Hidden Power are 2 notable ones, are not allowed to get played in Owl. However, unreleased items are allowed to get played if the item has been released throughout multiple generations. An example of this is the Custaberry, who has been released throughout generations 6 to 7, but the gems only got released in generation 5, which means that they are not allowed to get played. We're not playing with any Z crystals in Owl, which means that you cannot use any Z moves. However, you can draft Mega Pokemon and get up to 1 Mega Pokemon on each team. However, keep this in mind that this is not mandatory, and if you draft a Mega Pokemon, you have to Mega Evolve it the first turn you actually use a move on the Pokemon, which means that you can keep it un-Mega Evolved as long as it doesn't use an attack.
When battling, you need to follow a set of clauses. These clauses are nothing too out of the ordinary if you're familiar with draft leagues, but make sure to take a look at them over in the Owl Rules document for more information. Because if any of these clauses are broken within a game, a forfeit loss will be given out no matter the result of the game.
Even though the Owl is a team-based league, ghosting a teammate or influencing a teammate's move in battle in any way, shape or form is strictly forbidden. If this would occur, the captain will get a warning and the entire team will get a forfeit loss for that week, no matter the outcomes from the game played before the ghosted game. If this would happen again after the captain has been warned, the admin team will deal with the individuals in question and a ban will most likely be the result.
The captain's budget is one of the unique features of the Owl, and is a set of points for which the captain can spend for various perks for their team. These budget points are different from the normal draft points you use for drafting your Pokémon team, and are non-refundable, so should be spent with caution. And the captain has a total of 75 budget points to spend during a season of Owl. And as mentioned earlier, the Z crystals have been removed, forcing us to rework the Owl budget system entirely, since the old one heavily revolved around the purchases of these Z crystals. Returning coaches might recognize the perks such as the free agency move, this cycle change and the captain's insurance. But we have 4 new perks that you will be able to purchase this season, being the double Alatroy, the draft point addition, the roster extension, and the purchase of a substitute for your team. And you can read about all of them in detail in the Owl Rules document. Now that is it for the walkthrough of Owl Season 5, and we would both like to thank you all very much for watching and showing such interest and support for the Owl in general. But if for whatever reason you have even more questions, feel free to drop in on the Discord server or just PM either one of us or our very friendly mods. And lastly, we would like to wish all our captains and coaches good luck this season, and make sure to have fun.